Hi, this is how I sync the audio. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and I am a typical university degenerate. In this video, I will dedicate my thoughts to how I got my life together, whatever there is left of my life, for my final year of university. And in the meantime, figure out a very, very important question. Does sleeping and waking up early improve productivity? Now, in true productive manner, I will finish filming the rest of the video tomorrow morning because I live in an Asian household and it is 1 a.m. So the longer that I talk into the night, the higher the chances of me getting my ass whooped. Hi, it's me, in yet another black t-shirt. Now, for the most part of my life, I have been told by my parents that sleeping and waking up early is generally a good thing. Like, sleeping early gives you good memory, and good memory gives you good grades. And some of them still makes sense. Sleeping later than 12 is why you are still ugly. But some of them really make sense. I remember your cousin likes to sleep late. Now, he's still your cousin. How is that even? In order to figure out the true benefits of waking up early, I decided to do some in-depth scientific research. As in, I watched some YouTube videos. And I found out that a lot of university productivity videos have something to do with waking up early, like 5 or even 4 in the morning. So I took a step back and analyzed myself, and I realized that I am a confirmed degenerate. Because I am someone who used to sleep at roughly the same time productive students are waking up and getting their work done. So in order to get whatever there is left of my life together, I decided for the start of the semester to wake up at 5 a.m. for 2 weeks. And I came to the conclusion that waking up early increases your productivity is a little bit overrated, in my opinion. Now, in order to dive a little bit deeper into this topic, a good analysis would consist of different perspectives. So I'll start off by prefacing that waking up early naturally makes you productive. It's complete and utter dog shit. No, just kidding. I am very objective. We choose truth over facts.
We choose truth over facts.
Okay, so let's start off by looking at the benefits of waking up early. For me at least, waking up at 5 a.m. does increase not my productivity, but my self-discipline by a lot. When you wake up, there is a sense of you need to start working, whatever it might be. And there is a strong feeling of superiority. Not sure whether that is a good thing or not. Yo, what's up, man? I'm filming a video and I just want to ask a quick question. So I just want to know, what time do you usually wake up? Oh, at 8. Weak. But you are working before everyone else was awake. Again, there were no distractions because, well, most people are still asleep. According to a study done by the Canadian Institutes of Health Research in 2012, it shows that people who wake up earlier tends to be happier because they benefit from the close relationship between societal expectations and their preferred time for activity. For example, school and work that tends to start at an early time, and their sleep schedule fits within the societal norm. And the contrary is true because people who are night owls are forced into these activities, which result in less sleep and maybe even emotional distress. Just like that one day when you wake up and you feel so bad that you didn't want to go to school. You failure. Another study done in 2001 shows that morning-oriented students performed better academically compared to evening-oriented students, but stating that academic performance is positively associated with optimal sleep duration. Which begs the question, what is the optimal sleep? Now, I think sleep consists of 3 important factors: the time you go to sleep, the duration of your sleep, and the quality of your sleep. If you went to sleep and wake up feeling super refreshed and ready to go, it probably means that you nailed all 3 of them. But I think these 5 a.m. productivity vlogs fail to highlight the important information of what time they went to sleep the night before. Because in order to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning feeling super refreshed, they probably have to go to sleep at 9 or 10 at night, which to me is way harder to accomplish. Don't get me wrong, I totally respect these content creators for being able to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and make the most out of their morning. But people have to understand that sleep isn't just as simple as lying in your bed. It is a series of events throughout the day that determine whether you will have a good sleep or not. Like, did you exercise? Did you eat a lot before you sleep? Or did you do any other activities before you sleep? Don't worry, no nut November is still going strong. But after just 1 week of getting up at 5 a.m, I feel like my productivity hasn't really changed. In fact, my sleep quality has been deteriorating. Even though I was trying to get to sleep at around 9 p.m. to 10 p.m, I wasn't able to fall asleep until probably 11 or 12 because I'm just so not used to sleeping early. And because I have to get to sleep early, I missed out on a few social events. And by social, I just mean playing games. Does this incel look like he ever goes out to touch grass? By the time I wake up at 5, I was just feeling pissed off rather than refreshed. And I wasn't really able to focus on anything until 6 or 7 in the morning. But after experimenting for another 2 weeks, I did eventually found a sweet spot. And now I consistently wake up between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. One thing that really helps me get up in the morning is no other than going to the gym. Hiya, why you make your life doubly difficult, okay? Hear me out. For my university's gym, if you cancel bookings 1 hour prior to your session, or if you don't show up, you will be banned from going to the gym for a week, which mentally I could not handle because not only am I physically weak, I am mentally weak as well. Because going to the gym has been so deeply engraved as a daily routine for me, not being able to go to the gym for a week would be mentally devastating. The first gym session starts at 7:30, and by the time I wake up, it would be too late for me to cancel, which would force me to actually go and work out, which is giving me that extra boost to get me out of bed in the morning. Okay, this is actually a top tip if you want to build muscles and get a six-pack very quickly, okay? So you stand up like this, you turn your hips like this, and then you go to the gym, you lazy fuck. If you think about it, going to the gym doesn't really require you to think so much. It doesn't require you to use your brain, if you know what I mean. You just go to the gym, you pump out a few sets on the bench, the squats, the deadlifts, and then you come back and have a nice shower. Ooh, the pain. By then, you will be 100% energized and you will actually be able to do something more mentally tasking, as opposed to just let's go! Because I just think it is unrealistic for the majority of students to not only be able to wake up at 5 in the morning, but actually sit down and do work or anything, in fact, that early in the morning. Your brain is still probably half asleep, still trying to remember the wet dream that you had last night. This study done in 2005 shows that early high school start times contribute to sleep deprivation, a delay in circadian sleep phase, and students actually performed better later in the day as opposed to early in the morning. If you purely want to increase your productivity at any time of the day, because I don't think being productive has anything to do with what time it is. You can be productive in the morning, you can be productive at night, or as most of us like to say, I like to be productive tomorrow. I would say just getting rid of one very simple thing in my life, I was able to get way more work done. It is something that we use and carry with us every single day. Our phone. Now go to your phone right now, you can pause the video if you want, and check what is your average screen time is, and let me know in the comments. I'm actually genuinely interested. You might be surprised. If you're spending 4, 5, or even 6 hours on your phone, think about how much time you can take out of that and do something that is actually productive. I was so guilty of this and I didn't even realize how atrocious my screen time is until I checked the statistics. So in order to change that, this is what's on my phone for the past 3 months. A grayscale screen, minimal apps on the home screen, and an app timer. The app timer is built in, so I didn't need to download anything. Now what's good about this app timer is that you can set it on every single app. And it's not just like a notification saying that, oh, your time is up, and then you can just ignore it. It actually blocks the app completely, even notifications, until the next day. Now you see, desperate time calls for desperate measures. Ever since I saw my screen time, I have been trying to get rid of this thing. This was how bad it was. You pick up your phone assuming that you just wanted to check what time it was. And oops, you unlock the phone because your finger naturally places on the fingerprint sensor. And oops, you open Instagram even though you know your crush will never reply. and boom, there goes half your day. So for the past 3 months, whenever I'm going out, I have to resort to wearing a watch because that would just deter me from reaching for my phone if I purely want to know what time it was. And the watch tactic actually works. Everything old is suddenly new again. I've been reaching for my phone less, and combined with the digital well-being controls, my screen time went from 4 to 5 hours a day to just averaging less than 2 hours per day, and I feel like I have been using those times very wisely. Now, obviously, you don't need a very expensive watch to tell the time. I was wearing my dad's hand-me-downs for the most part when I was in Japan, just to get used to wearing a watch before I got this. This watch is from Siga Designs. If you're interested, you can even switch out the outer case to different shapes if you fancy. It is really cool and I absolutely adore it. It is way cooler than my smartphone, and it has been a part of my everyday carry for the past 3 months. But I digress. I just wanted to look at my phone less. So to answer the question, does sleeping and waking up early improve productivity? Yes and no. If you think that you are more productive in the morning, then stick with it. But if you think that you're more productive at night, there is nothing wrong with that too. Productivity is never associated with the time of day. It doesn't matter if it's early in the morning or late at night, as long as you get your work done. Simple changes can really improve your productivity. Just throw your phone away. Or just don't sleep la haya, so troublesome. The main takeaway from this video is the amount of time that you sleep and the consistency of your sleep schedule is way more important than just waking up early. At the end of the day, it is all down to personal preference. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys can take something out of it. The reason why I'm making this video is because I couldn't afford to sleep at 3 AM anymore because all my school schedules has been shifted a little bit earlier into the morning, so I wouldn't be able to get enough sleep if I continue to sleep at 3 AM. But I think humans are very flexible creatures. We learn to adapt, and I find no trouble adapting at all to waking up at 7 or 7:30 in the morning. Just takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of effort. But other than that, pretty solid. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you have anything that you want to ask me, and I'll try my best to answer them. That's it for this video. Have a beautiful day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye!
君と二人で walking それだけで幸せなんだハニーアパネ